What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and the official second episode of Lit Literature. If you didn't see episode 1, be sure to scroll down my channel and go check that video out. It was featuring the Princess Zaya about a book entitled Her Love. You'll be sure to enjoy it. Go check that out right now if you haven't already. In today's episode, we will be highlighting Through the Eyes of Nisey by Miss Danise Donerson, Memoirs of a Lost Mississippi Girl Discovering God's Truth and Understanding My Past. Very great book. This video is very long overdue. I've been meaning to get to it, just been busy, but we're here now. I know Miss Donerson personally. She's I say family, consider family, friend from church. Purchased this book from her directly. It's a nice little message in the cover of the book. To Chad, I pray that you like and enjoy my story. May God continue to bless you and your family. Thank you for your support. Thanks, Miss Danise Donerson. Let's dive straight into it. Dedicated to my mama and children, LaKendra, Jerome, DeLance, and Kenya, so they would know God's truth and understand life's troubles. There's a reason. I love you all forever. As I mentioned earlier, they're like family. I know all of them personally. LaKendra's done my hair a couple times. My guy Jerome, shout out Jerome. Shout out DeLance. And shout out Kenya. I call Kenya my little sister. So shout out that entire family, man. I'm going to read a quick little excerpt off the back of the book. Through the Eyes of Nisey, a memoir of a lost Mississippi girl by Danise T. Donerson, is a whirlwind of events of a little girl growing up in Mississippi. Nisey often wondered why she had to endure the many years of physical and mental abuse while being just a little girl who needed to be cared for and loved by her mama. She longed for the love and care from her big mama, who took care of her up until her death when she was 5 years old. The life of hardship began immediately. She had to take care of her little brother and sister while her mama worked her many factory jobs. She learned how to cook at the age of 8 years old because her mama didn't know how. Her mama seemed lost and didn't know how to take care of her kids like how Big Mama did. Her mama had a nervous breakdown and around the age of 16, and Big Mama helped her cope. She had to learn the hard way. I won't read the entire excerpt on the back. I'm going to dive into several sections that I have highlighted as I was reading the book and share that information with you all. In chapter 3, page 23, it says, I became this sheltered, sad, shy, and very unhappy child. I felt as if my world had ended. My childhood that I knew was gone. I began to die inside. There was a darkness surrounding me. I was all alone and there was no one who would take care of me. I had to become an adult in a child body. I was forced to take care of my 2 siblings, cook and clean. When I needed to take care of myself, I was surrounded with drugs, alcohol, sex, abuse, and a violent home environment. I was truly in trouble with no one to help me. At times, I wished that I was dead. I tried running away, however, I did not have anywhere to go. I took an overdose of pills, but I really did not want to die. I stayed for about a month at a mental behavior clinic. This section in chapter 3 stood out to me because I can relate to a certain extent of a tough upbringing, a very rigorous upbringing as far as responsibilities and things of that nature. I'm the oldest of 2 younger siblings. My mom has 3 boys. So being the oldest growing up, it can be a lot of challenges that comes with that. So this section of chapter 3 just stood out to me a lot. Also, that second section that I read, because many who know me know I'm an advocate for mental health. I personally myself have attempted suicide twice, and the first time I attempted to take a ton of pills. So when she mentions the overdose of pills and those different roller coaster of emotions she was battling during her upbringing, I can relate to that. Very powerful section. Moving on page 47, I have highlighted where she states, you are truly missed. You were a great friend, Mr. Anthony Petrell Williams. I apologize if I pronounced that middle name incorrectly. You were my best friend in the whole world. He died on October 17, 1996 in a motorcycle accident in Douglasville, Georgia. I highlighted this section. I have a bunch of little marks and stuff throughout the book while I was reading, but this was a very powerful section. Ms. Donerson goes very in depth, talking about a very close friend of hers that she met and who greatly impacted her life, and he passed shortly after that through a tragic motorcycle accident. But her recount and recollection of their times and their interactions together and the memories she had, and like I say, the impact that that man had on her life at that time is very powerful, very powerful. On page 57, she talks about one of her relatives, and I highlighted a section where she says, on my birthday, on the 26th of May, that's Miss Donerson, the author of this book, is saying that's when her birthday is. And you can see I wrote right there. I just thought that was neat because Miss Donerson's birthday is May 26th and my grandmother's birthday is May 25th. My grandmother is deceased, but her birthday is May 25th. On page 71, it reads, he gave me some sweet rest at times so that I could find the strength to fight and endure the pain day and night. He gave me comfort when no one on this earth could, even though they tried. I highlighted this section because she's speaking on her spiritual recollections with the power that you can feel in tough times and dark times when you have faith and when you're leaning on that higher source. So this section really stood out to me. Very powerful section. The book itself in general is a very powerful read, but I highlighted that section kind of as a reminder to myself that when you are going through those tough times and dark times, you know, have faith in God, lean and depend on Him, and even though you may not see it, but He's working for you in your favor. So I just highlighted that section, very powerful section. On page 75, she kind of goes into detail. I have highlighted where she speaks on mental illness, and anything that's speaking on mental illness and shedding a light on the topic and the subject, I will always root for. So very interesting parts on page 75. In the conclusion of the book, she has some pictures of her big mama. She also has special thanks to David A. Donerson, photographer Larry Bass, and makeup artist Erica Sutton. Shout out to Erica Sutton. I know her personally as well. Very dope person, very dope makeup artist. And this right here is a picture of Miss Donerson. I'll read this quick little bio about her and we'll conclude. Danise T. Donerson, a native of Jackson, Mississippi, grew up in an area called Georgetown in a little house on Lanier Avenue. She would later live the next 14 years of her life in a neighborhood called Presidential Hills. She is the proud mother of 4 children who are now all grown: LaKendra, Jerome, DeLance, and Kenya, and 11 grandchildren. She is a hairstylist by trade for 30 years, a former certified EMT, and a paramedic graduate. This book is a form of therapy for her soul, as she has had to get these memories out of her mind so that she can forgive her past and spend the rest of her life trying to tell anyone that will listen to her about knowing God's Word and obeying His commandments. With that being said, y'all, very, very, very powerful read. Be sure to get it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button. Feel free to leave a comment. Most importantly, y'all hit that subscribe button. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting. This has been the official 2nd episode of Lit Literature. Y'all be blessed.